My name is Bribiescas. I'm a professor of anthropology and ecology and evolutionary biology at Yale. I'm also a deputy provost for faculty development and diversity. And what I do is I'm a biological anthropologist, mainly studying human evolutionary biology. I'm interested in contemporary human populations, mainly working with South American foragers. And I'm really interested in reproduction, metabolism, and what it can tell us about human evolution and what it can tell us about contemporary health challenges. Well, way back in the day when the Earth was still cooling, I was very interested in biology. And I was also very interested in human behavior and human biology. And I didn't know you could actually put those two things together. And it wasn't until my undergraduate days I took a course in biological anthropology that I realized you could actually study evolutionary biology in living human populations. And after that, I was sold. I was completely hooked. I knew what I wanted to do. And I was very fortunate. I ended up going to Harvard to work with Peter Ellison. And I never looked back. I'm amazed. I'm amazed by two things. One is what evolutionary theory, how it can inform research. There's no question in evolutionary biology or human evolutionary biology that isn't touched upon by evolutionary theory. Everything from growth, reproduction, you name it. The other thing is how everything is sort of interconnected. So when you talk about reproduction, you talk about aging. When you talk about aging, it influences reproduction. When you're talking about things like obesity, it taps into reproductive function. And so you sort of, as a biological anthropologist, what really drives me, what really attracts me, is that you have to sort of be the jack of all trades. You have to understand the physiology of reproduction, of growth, of metabolism. You also have to be a comparative biologist. So you have to know, what are other primates doing? How did they evolve? What are mammals doing? How do we differ from birds? So in that perspective, I think being a biological anthropologist, really puts you in this really unique perspective where you get a 10,000-foot view of anything biological. I think one of the primary challenges is getting other fields to appreciate what biological anthropology can contribute. So, for example, in my world, it has to do with evolutionary medicine, what evolutionary theory and what evolutionary biology can tell you about the emergence of disease and health challenges facing many populations. Also, I think it's a challenge for other fields to understand the significance of evolutionary theory in terms of things like economics, the behavior behind economics, how contemporary environmental change may affect the future of human evolution. I think one of the things that we've been very good at as biological anthropologists is understanding the past. We're barely touching on the present, but I think given climate change and the emergence of more virulent diseases, I think evolutionary anthropology can really inform our understanding of what's going to come down the road. So I think the main challenge is to convince other scientists and the scientific community and the general public that biological anthropology has a lot of utility for understanding some really pressing and important challenges that we face as humans. I think attracting the best and the brightest to academia is always a challenge because it is a form of service. There are certainly more lucrative areas that people can go into, but in terms of fulfillment and just intellectual return on your investment, I think it's really important to encourage more people to come into academia. Specifically, in my job, I just came from another session. It has to do with the fact that diversity is very important in anthropology and within academia in general. We still have a lot of problems and challenges relating to inclusion. We have a lot of problems relating to gender equality. And those aren't unique to anthropology, but we certainly have to keep ourselves honest in terms of understanding that we need to do our homework and we need to invest more effort into those challenges. That's a great question. I would say, first of all, you have to be honest with yourself and ask, is this what you love to do? And if you do answer that question in the affirmative and you say, yes, this is what I want to do, then find that advisor. Find that those allies who are going to help to nurture that interest and give you the resources to pursue your interests. And they're out there. A lot of people are busy. Everybody has 25-hour days, but you really need to sort of go that extra mile, that extra step to find that person. Because once you find that person, it's fantastic. I was fortunate to have a fantastic graduate advisor, and it made all the difference.